7, I don't settle. I demand my respect, cause they'll finesse you if you let them. Told myself I was the champion, went and got the medals. I showed the world my true colors, and they was black and yellow. I let the past be the past, I'm on a new level. It's hard to pick which car to drive, I got a few of them. The first to make it cross the line like a true winner. Cause if you knew better, then you do better. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We're here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers, and welcome you to yr.2 Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Settle in, we think we've got a good one. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. Off we go from a rain-soaked yr.2 Stadium. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Nick Cross will bring him down.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. Another run here with Johnson. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
They'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a 1st down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. A run here with Johnson. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
Yeah, I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds. You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
3rd down and 3. He'll drop to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got his man complete to Johnson. And he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on fourth down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
From the 25, here's second down and 7.
Check. Here we go. Cougar 19. Mine. Check up.
They'll go again with Johnson. They'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Go for Stewart there for the tackle.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 4.
Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's third down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will get into the end zone. D.K. Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That touchdown, number 11 on the year.
And when things haven't been going your way like they haven't around here recently, Mike, this is exactly what you need. You're looking for a spark. So to take the opening possession of the game, march it down there, and come away with the score, all of a sudden the sideline's a lot more positive. There's a lot more good energy amongst your teammates. Is that the spark they needed to turn this thing around?
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
A 6-yard pickup. Brings up
On second down, Richardson. That one taken in by Mitchell. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
A pass taken in by Harris. A gain there of 16 yards. That's good for a coach first down.
Yeah, so what I like here is it's not only a really good play call, but it was really well executed by the quarterback. So they used the bootleg to get their quarterback out of the pocket, change the launch point, and then they pair that with a really nice concept downfield. He uncovers, wide open, nice conversion.
Throw to the sideline, well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes they do, have the first down. That's good for 11 and a first down. They'll come up here, first and 10.
Let's go.
Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Colts.
Here we go.
From the gun, Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. He'll try again here. Second and 10.
60 Vikings.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Get it. Cougar 19.
Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he will score! Donovan Taylor. Touchdown, Indy.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop. And they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. That's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
He's brought down at the 31. 8 yards on the pickup.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Darnell Washington. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. That is a big-time play for the Steelers. 56 yards.
Over the course of my career early on, there was a handful of guys that were downfield threats in the passing game, but they did a lot of stuff in the run game. They were really good extra pass protectors, and if you threw them the ball, they had very sure hands. But what we're seeing now is the ability to get deep and add layers into the secondary as a pass-receiving threat, and not only do damage before they catch the ball, but so many of these guys have tremendous ability after the catch.
A give, and here's Johnson. And he's going to wind up losing yardage here, and that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. The Steelers with the football to begin the 2nd quarter. They've got it with 2nd down and 13 in front of them. They'll set up to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
When you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. That is caught at the 3. To the goal line and in. D.K. Metcalf. Touchdown Steelers. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. Numbers 11, 12 on the season. That is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Makes the score Steelers 14, Colts 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchdown. On first down, it's Richardson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now Richardson. There's Fant open right side. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. That catch number 40 on the season for him.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Come on, come on. Pass all 80. Ready, right?
On first and 10, here's Richardson. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. And that will lead to a second down.
Ready? Pat the 60, pat the 60.
Richardson gonna look to throw. That's gonna be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's gonna force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That is hard. And he will score. And 9 Mitchell. Touchdown Colts. That is second TD catch of the season. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This taken just shy of the goal line. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. We saw plenty of throws like that in Gainesville. The former Gator gets his team a first down. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for first and 10. On the handoff, it's Johnson. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
Brings up second and 8.
49. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, Metcalf has it. Get about 6 before he's taken down. Third and a yard.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and
He'll try and run for the first down with Pollard. And he gets it to midfield, and he gets the first down. Good run. The drive continues.
And with the ball on your side of the 50, if they didn't pick it up there, I think it would have been really interesting, Mike, to see if they would have thought about going for it on 4th down. I think they would have, but I guess we'll never know because he's able to pick up the first down anyway.
Here's Johnson. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Nick Cross will bring him down.
26-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 6. Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 17 yards on that play. Good for a Steeler first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Here's 1st and 10. Now this time they'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
Let's go now. yr.2.
Up the middle, here comes Pollard. Not much there, maybe a yard. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Throwing now from the gun. As completed is St. Brown. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw of the day, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Check, hurt.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back and forth first half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. They'll run with Johnson. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Ball right on the 5-yard line, 2nd down and goal. One more time with Johnson. And he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2, down to the 2.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of, potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. I would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's third down and goal.
Hey, smash Bronco! Big alert, big alert! Warrior 17! Street, street! Hot, hot!
Pollard is in for a touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and it's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Red! 70 Timberwolves! Go!
Out of shotgun, Richardson. A dive and a catch. Incredible.
Hey, 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 hey! Go! Take all 80! 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings! Ready?
They'll run out of the gun. It's Taylor. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing, Richardson. Rolling right. Escaping the danger. Throwing and completing. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
I hope we all appreciate just how difficult it is to throw the ball that well while on the run. And the way they teach it, Mike, is kind of cool. They actually teach the quarterback to disconnect your upper body from your lower body. Just keep your feet moving, and however your arm times up, just let it rip. And he does it about as well as you can ask.
Man downfield, it's Pittman. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. To throw, it's Richardson. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the 2nd quarter clock. Colts now going to send out their field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Colts will cut the lead down to 4.
By today's kicking standard, Mike, this is clearly a chip shot. I don't think there was a lot of question that he'd make this one. So nice job making sure you end the half on a high note, coming away with 3.
They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this 1st half. Quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Brown now to return it. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
Ready, ready.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
Justin Simmons with the good defense on that one to break it up.
It's his ability to change direction. He's able to go from his back pedal to then driving that route fast enough that he gets to the ball immediately as it arrives, and he's able to knock it down.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll check this one down to Taylor.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Here's Kent to return. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. Lots of space, past the 45, 20, 15, and he will go all the way. Tony Pollard, touchdown Pittsburgh. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Steelers will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. That one completes to Pierce. Here's 2nd and 6.
Come on.
Richardson operating from the pistol. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple, and now we've got 3rd down coming up.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down, Indianapolis.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop them right at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, Richardson. That is caught downfield by Pierce. And he will get into the end zone. Allen Pierce. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Richardson and the Colts come to the line. They'll try to tack on 2 more.
Cowboy 80. 60 by 6.
They'll go with Taylor on the ground. And he cannot get in. The try for 2 comes up empty, so unable to get within a field goal. The difference remains 5. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. Down the sideline, past the 40. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. It's a gain of 34. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Tarvarius Ward.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back in the field.
On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 9. Now Richardson. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Plenty of room after that catch. Big gainer of 23. On the give, this is Taylor. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards. Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. It's Richardson on the move. And that is incomplete. Tyler Warren, the man he was looking for there. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
He gets that to his big target there. And he's going to have a Colts 1st down. That'll be a gain of 15 on 4th down.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
From the 33, here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Cougar 19.
In motion is Warren. They'll go again here with Hill. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. Now a give, but here comes a reverse. And he'll take this one in. And 9, Mitchell. Touchdown, Colts. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
Richardson and the Colts come to the line. They'll try to tack on 2 more.
Here we go, here we go.
Line up for the 2-point conversion.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground from Northwestern, this is Evan Hall. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down. So, first and 10 here now at the 38-yard line. They'll look to throw. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Let's get back. Hurt. 18 Cardinal. Track.
A carry here with Hull. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Here's a third down and 4. They'll throw out of the gun. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down. Steelers getting ready to put this one away. That's taken at about the 14. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10.
11. Let's go now. Cougar, go.
Richardson. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second base.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Second down throw for Richardson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Patrick Weed. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's 3rd and long. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down.
Come on.
From the gun, Richardson. Pass right side to down. He'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. On the run, it's Hull. Oh, big hole left side. 20, 15. And he will score. Evan Hull, touchdown Steelers. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
We've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. He fields it at the 8. And he is stopped. That's 25. The drive will begin there. On 1st and 10, here's Rick. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Richardson will give it to Taylor. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Here's Richardson. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down. That'll be a gain of 15 on 4th down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Flush to his right. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down. Richardson going to look to throw. to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
From the gun on third down, Richardson. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
10-yard loss. And it's fourth down.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance. Trailing here in the fourth. They will turn it over on down. Look at the three tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Hull. Oh! And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punt. And Hull. Touchdown Steelers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Next to score, Steelers 42, Colts 31. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
35-yard line.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
That's good.
On first down, it's Richardson. There's the big tight end pass. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That's another.
Let's go. First and 10.
24-yard gain on the
They'll work the middle here with Taylor. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll go up now for second down and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Drop 60, drop 60.
And 4.
Out of shotgun, Richardson. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line.
Second down pass. Intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's Pollard running left. And he'll somehow turn this into an positive. Get out of bounds after a pickup of a yard.
At the 29-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 29. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Pollard. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
He was brought down by Keith Ward. A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. He connects with St. Brown. It's a pickup of 12. That's a Steeler first down.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
From the gun, they'll give it. It's Pollard. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
44-yard line.
Set up. 60 Eagles, 60.
He finds Metcalf on the slant. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second. Talk things over before third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
This defense in desperate need of a stop, and here comes third down. Drop play. Here comes Pollard. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up fourth down. So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Here is first and 10.
Let's go.
They'll go with Campbell. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second.
They'll drop the throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. T.J. Watt, his second sack of the afternoon. Number 5 for him on the year. The crowd cranking it up another notch before third and long.
19 Lions.
Looking to throw. Richardson. To the left side. That's caught by Mitchell. He's going to be out of bounds. He is well shy where he needed to get to. It'll bring up fourth down.
Ready. Come 19. Come 19.
To throw, it's Richardson. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. They got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. They're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory.
irrational. Being rational, give them what they ask for. It's not enough. Few solid left, but it's not enough. Few that'll reach that.